Hello students, today we are going to study hydraulic jump. Consider the flow of water over a dam which is shown here. The height of water at the section 11 is small, which is shown here. As we move towards downstream, the height or depth of water increases rapidly over a short length of the channel, which is shown here. This is because at the section 11 the flow is a shooting flow, as the depth of water at section 11 is less than the critical depth. Shooting flow is an unstable type of flow and does not continue on the downstream side. Then this shooting will convert itself into a streaming or tranquil flow, hence depth of water will increase. This sudden increase of depth of water is called a hydraulic jump. Thus, hydraulic jump is defined as the rise of water level which takes place due to the transformation of the unstable shooting flow, that is supercritical flow, to the stable streaming flow, that is subcritical flow. When hydraulic jump takes place, a loss of energy due to eddy formation and turbulence occurs. Now, expression for depth of hydraulic jump. Before deriving an expression for the depth of hydraulic jump, the following assumptions are made. The first one is the flow is uniform and pressure distribution is due to the hydrostatic before and after the jump. Losses due to friction on the surface of the bed of the channel are small and hence neglected. And the last one is the slope of the bed of the channel is small, so that the component of the weight of the fluid in the direction of flow is negligibly small. Now consider a hydraulic jump formed in a channel of horizontal bed as shown in the figure, which is shown here. Consider two sections 1-1 and 2-2 before and after hydraulic jump. Let D1 is the depth of flow at section 1-1, which is shown here, that is D1. D2 is the depth of flow at section 2-2, which is shown here. V1 is the velocity of flow at section 1-1. V2 is the velocity of flow at section 2-2. Z1 bar is the depth of centroid of area at section 1-1 below free surface. Z2 bar is the depth of centroid of area at section 2-2 below free surface. A1 is the area of cross section at section 1-1 and A2 is the area of cross section at section 2-2. Now consider unit width of the channel. The forces acting on the mass of water between section 1-1 and 2-2 are pressure force P1 on section 1-1, pressure force P2 on section 2-2, frictional force on the floor of the channel, which is assumed to be negligible. Now Q will be equals to discharge per unit width, so it will be equals to V1 D1 equals to V2 D2, which is our first equation. Now pressure force P1 on section 1-1 will be equals to rho G A1 Z1 bar equals to rho G D1 into 1 into D1 by 2, because A1 will be equals to D1 into 1 and Z1 bar will be equals to D1 by 2, which is shown here. So P1 will be equals to rho G D1 square by 2. Similarly, pressure force on section 2-2 will be equals to rho G A2 Z2 bar, which will be equals to rho G D2 square by 2. Net force acting on the mass of water between section 1-1 and 2-2 will be equals to P2 minus P1, because P2 is greater than P1 and D2 is greater than D1. So it will be equals to rho G by 2 D2 square minus D1 square, which is our second equation. But from momentum principle, the net force acting on a mass of fluid must be equals to the rate of change of momentum in the same section. So rate of change of momentum in the direction of force will be equals to mass of water per second into change of velocity in the direction of force. So mass of water per second will be equals to rho into discharge per unit width into width. So it will be equals to rho into Q into 1, which will be equals to rho Q meter cube per second. Now change of velocity in the direction of force will be equals to V1 minus V2, that is net force is acting from right to left. The change of velocity should be taken from right to left and hence is equals to V1 minus V2. Therefore rate of change of momentum in the direction of force will be equals to rho G into V1 minus V2, which is our third equation. Hence according to momentum principle, the expression given by equation 2 is equals to the expression given by equation 3rd. So it will be equals to rho G by 2 D2 square minus D1 square will be equals to rho G into V1 minus V2. But from equation 1, V1 will be equals to Q by D1 and V2 will be equals to Q by D2. Therefore, rho g by 2 into D2 square minus D1 square will be equals to rho g into Q by D1 minus Q by D2. On solving this, we will have D2 plus D1 will be equals to 2Q square upon G into D1 into D2, which is our fourth equation. Now multiplying both sides by D2, we get D2 square plus D1 D2 will be equals to 2Q square upon G D1. On solving this, we will have D2 square plus D1 D2 minus 2Q square upon GD1 equals to 0, which is our fifth equation. Now equation fifth is a quadratic equation in D2 and hence its solution is derived from the formula, that is D2 equals to minus D1 plus minus under root of D1 square minus 4 into 1 minus 2Q square upon GD1 upon 2 into 1. On solving this, we will have two roots of the equation as minus D1 by 2 minus under root of D1 square by 4 plus 2Q square upon GD1 and minus D1 by 2 plus under root of D1 square by 4 plus 2Q square upon GD1. Now first root is not possible as it gives negative depth, hence D2 will be equals to minus D1 by 2 plus under root of D1 square by 4 plus 2Q square upon GD1. Now we know that Q1 will be equals to V1 D1, so it will be equals to minus D1 by 2 plus under root of D1 square by 4 plus 2V1 square D1 upon G. Therefore, depth of hydraulic jump will be equals to D2 minus D1. Now, expression for loss of energy due to hydraulic jump. When hydraulic jump takes place, a loss of energy due to eddies formation and turbulence occurs. This loss of energy is equal to the difference of specific energies at section 1.1 and 2.2 or loss of energy due to hydraulic jump. Therefore, loss of energy will be equals to E1 minus E2 on putting the value of E1 as D1 plus V1 square upon 2G and E2 as D2 plus V2 square upon 2G. We will have HL equals to V1 square by 2G minus V2 square by 2G minus D2 minus D1. Now HL will be equals to Q square upon 2G D1 square minus Q square upon 2G into D2 square minus D2 minus D1. Because V1 will be equals to Q upon D1 and V2 will be equals to Q upon D2. On solving this, we will have Q square upon 2G into D2 square minus D1 square upon D1 square into D2 square minus D2 minus D1, which is our first equation. But we know that Q square will be equals to G into D1 D2 into D2 plus D1 by 2. Now substituting the value of Q square in equation 1, we will have loss of energy HL will be equals to G into D1 D2 into D2 plus D1 by 2 into D2 square minus D1 square upon 2G D1 square D2 square minus D2 minus D1. On solving this, we will have head loss equals to D2 minus D1 whole cube upon 4 D1 D2. Now expression for depth of hydraulic jump in terms of upstream Froude number. Let V1 will be equals to velocity of flow on the upstream side, D equals to depth of flow on upstream side. Then Froude number Fe1 on the upstream side of the jump is given by V1 upon under root of GD1. Now depth of flow after the hydraulic jump is D2 and it is given by equation D2 equals to minus D1 by 2 plus under root of D1 square by 4 plus 2V1 square D1 upon G. On solving this, we will have minus D1 by 2 plus under root of D1 square by 4 into 1 plus 8V1 square upon GD1. Now D2 will be equals to minus D1 by 2 plus D1 by 2 under root of 1 plus 8V1 square upon GD1, which is our first equation. But Fe1 will be equals to V1 upon under root of GD1. So Fe1 square will be equals to V1 square upon GD1. Now substituting this value in equation 1, we get D2 equals to minus D1 by 2 plus D1 by 2 under root of 1 plus 8 Fe1 whole square. On solving this, we will have D2 equals to D1 by 2 into under root of 1 plus 8 Fe1 whole square minus 1. Now, length of hydraulic jump. This is defined as the length between the two sections where one section is taken before the hydraulic jump and the second section is taken immediately after the jump. For a rectangular channel from experiments, it has been found equals to 5 to 7 times the height of the hydraulic jump. That is all about the hydraulic jump. Thank you very much, students.